Hello, this video will continue covering more of the functions on the left side menu, specifically applicants. There are three functions under applicants. Applicants, which is a list of the applications, create roster, and rosters, which is a list of the rosters that have been created. Applicants is a list of applications. Your role will determine what you see in this list. If you are a partner admin or a roster admin, you will see all applications. If you are a roster viewer, you will see applications that are associated to any roster you have been sent. In this demonstration, I am a partner admin. At the top of this page is a search feature. You can search on first name, last name, a specific vacancy chosen from the drop-down list, or a specific applicant status chosen from its drop-down list. To get the full list of applicants back after performing a search, click on the Clear button, then the Search button. To the far right of the application is a Details button. This will list the information that the applicant sent in through the applicant website. As a partner admin or a roster admin, an applicant's EEO information is visible. A roster viewer will not see EEO information. In this section, the partner admin and roster admin can change the status from the drop-down list, or notes can be added to the application. A roster viewer can only add notes to the application. A roster viewer may not change the status. Be sure to click Save to retain any changes made in this area. At the very top of this application are two buttons: View Supplemental Responses and Print Application. When the View Supplemental Response button is clicked, if any supplemental sections were included in the vacancy, the applicant's responses will be displayed. For this vacancy, supplemental sections of references and training were included. The applicant responded in both supplemental sections. Click Exit to return to the application. When the Print Application button is clicked, the application and supplemental section responses are displayed. This can be printed based upon your browser's print function. The back arrow will need to be clicked to get back into the application data in KSGovJobs. Click the Exit button to return to the list of applicants. When applications have been received for a vacancy, the roster admin will create a roster by clicking the Create Roster link. A vacancy is required, so select one from the drop-down. The roster date is required and is pre-populated with today's date. It can be changed to a different valid date. The roster name is required and is a free-form text field to identify the roster. The roster close date is required. Once all the fields have been entered, click the Create button. All the applicants for the vacancy are listed. Select those to be included in this roster. Click Save to retain those applicants selected. The newly created roster is now visible in the roster list. Each roster has action buttons to the right. The Edit button allows changes to the roster. Be sure to click the Save button to retain any changes made. The Details button shows who created the roster and changed it, and on the date it was done. The Delete button allows the roster to be deleted. There's a verification page before deletion is actually done. The Applicants button shows the applicants included in the roster. The Roster Access button allows for a new token to be created for the roster. To allow others to review applications for a vacancy, a Roster Access token needs to be created. Click the New Token button. The Create Roster Access Token page displays. The expiration date can be changed. Users who have roles of Partner Admin, Roster Admin, or Roster Viewer will display. Select which users you want to review the applications by clicking the checkbox before their name. Be sure to click the Create button once you've selected users. The Roster Access token just created will now display in the Roster Access Tokens page. There are 3 action buttons to the right of the token just created. The Edit button allows for those who have been granted access to be changed. The Send button sends a notification to those checked to review the applications. The number above the flag on the top menu of the recipient's screen will increment when the roster notification has been received. The Delete button will delete roster access. A page displays asking for confirmation to delete the access. When the Delete button is clicked, the roster access is deleted. When the flag on the top menu has a number greater than 0, the user has a roster to review. Click on the flag to get a list of rosters, then on the roster's name. Applicants selected to be in this roster are listed. To the right of each applicant is a Details button to view the information provided by the applicant. This works just like it did from the applicant list that we reviewed earlier in this video. As a partner admin or a roster admin, an applicant's EEO information is visible. A roster viewer will not see EEO information. In this section, the partner admin or roster admin can change the status from the drop-down list, or notes can be added to this application. A roster viewer can add notes to this application but may not change the status. Be sure to click Save to retain any changes made in this area. Once all the applicants have been reviewed and comments have been added if desired, the Mark as Reviewed button can be clicked. This action will decrement the number above the flag and remove the roster from the flag's drop-down.